have a little look at the concepts, principles, the methods, and the techniques. So again, kind of, as I said, quick overview. The concepts, three important concepts, three pillars as what we call. We're going to discuss these in greater detail next week. Transparency, inspection, adaptation. Or transparency first. It's all about being open to your customers, to your own team. That's the reason why we had that stand-up meeting within the team. Being transparent and open to your own team as to what you're doing, what you've done, what you're going to do, what are the problems you have. So it's all about transparency. Also, transparency comes in with respect to the demos, the sprint review sessions. I talked about sprint review, where you're going to have a demonstration to the customer about what is done. Hey, this is the shopping cart that is done. This is the catalog that is done so far. Would you like to have a look? And then the customer would see, they say, no, this is not quite right. Change the image. I don't need videos. They just show the 360-degree view of the image, of a 3D image of that. Maybe a GIF would work. So you're actually taking the feedback from the customer in the 2 weeks time, and then you're working on that inspection, adaptation. Adaptation is again working on that. So transparency, inspection, adaptation, very important for Agile. And some of the other principles have to do with continuous improvement. As we discussed, it's about improving continuously. You're not really doing one big bang after a year and a half. It's about doing something quickly and easily. Self-organizing teams. Teams are the most important. Team is empowered. They deliver, they estimate, they own, they do pretty much everything. They do the planning. Building change. Change is the most important, the fundamental principle of Agile. Change is given, it's accepted. Everything is bound to change. So accept it, embrace it, and work collaboratively with the team, with the customers, with the senior management, with quality people, with our own competitors. And then you can actually get to do it much better. Iterative development, incremental delivery. So the development is iterative and delivery is actually incremental. So you're actually delivering, as we discussed yesterday, the first thing that we're going to deliver is perhaps only so much. And then you actually develop the shopping cart by December. By February, you're developing the order processing. By February, the payment processing with credit card. By about June, July, you've got the bank transfer, PayPal, pretty much everything. So you see that the influence, the scope of influence is getting bigger and bigger. You're actually developing the full featured product in phase-wise. That's the beauty of this. In terms of methods, we've actually had a look already. I don't want to delve deeper again. We're going to take each one of these and then going to spend 2 days on this the next week after, even the week after as well. I think that's going to really help you understand the intricacies of each of these different methodologies. And then the techniques, again, we're going to spend considerable time on these starting next week. User stories, backlogs, again, each of them very important. Moscow prioritization, again, the session coming up on Tuesday is going to discuss the scoping and prioritization. Moscow, very important. Goal decomposition, functional decomposition, again, part of the prioritization. Next week, very important. Personas, a very good tool for understanding the user needs and their requirements. Prototyping is very important. Again, you're actually doing something really quickly, rapidly. You're trying to deploy it. If it works, fantastic. You can deploy that into the code and you can build on that. High fidelity prototyping. Planning poker, estimation techniques, very important. Again, we discussed that on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, the last couple of days. We were talking about how planning poker would actually help us get to the size estimates and also the effort using story points. Velocity and burn down chart, a good set of tools to keep the pulse on the health of the project. So that's what in the Agile development, if you want to really keep your hand on the pulse of the health of the project, whether it's going in the right direction or wrong direction, whether it needs some kind of improvement, some changes, burn down charts are a very good tool to understand the velocity, the capacity, and how the